Good morning, everybody. Give me a minute to get set up. I hope you guys are all having a great day. I have been doing a number of things. Okay, I'm not showing up on my page. Let's see, am I there? Yeah, there I am. I had to refresh the page. I'm going to expand it so I can see if anybody comes in. Hey, Carol, good morning. All right, now I can get this thing out of the way to see. We have a dreary day here today. How about with you? Is it a dreary day where you are? I know some places are still having snow. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad it's not us. Anyway, nobody chose a color again. So I made an executive decision and I have a color for you, and it's an unusual combination. Oh, hey, I wished I had just eaten breakfast. I have days that I don't eat till 11. I get up, and I don't always get up early. And I just take my time getting ready in the morning, and I don't eat breakfast till sometimes 10:30, 11. The other day it was 11:30 because I got up late. I was up late that night before. I was up till 12, which is unusual for me. I had some things to get done, and I took and just got them done. And so it's midnight before I climbed into bed, and I woke up late. So I just said, okay, no big deal. So I took my time and just had a relaxing day. But anyway, we all have those days, right? No big deal. I hope you have your beverage of choice and that you're ready to see an unusual color combination. I went searching for color combos, and actually what I was searching for was sketch challenges. And I found a sketch challenge, but then it was like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do for a color? I knew the colors. And as I was searching, there was a color challenge that popped up that used one of the colors I wanted to use. So I said, okay, that's what I'm using. So I pulled all my colors out and I'm ready to go. Yeah, we're mild too, but it is cloudy. I think we're supposed to have rain today, which is fine. Gives me a day to play in the studio. Hey, Barb. So I'm excited with the color challenge. I don't know what it's going to look like, but we'll find out. I hope you saw that my advanced class for April was registration open today. Excuse me. I am using the By the Bay suite kind of, because I'm using the paper, the bundle, and the gems. I'm not using the ribbon. But the way the class is, you can very easily do the class with another nautical set. So, just because you don't have that, got this one spot that's messing up, it's poking out weird. Oh, there we go. If you don't have that set, you can easily use another set that you have that's nautical. I will tell you, my plan is to take and make cards with the same layout using some of the other stamp sets to share in the class, to show people who come to the class how they can use those. Hey, Janice, the sets that they already have and do the same card. So I know that a lot of my classes are designed they're designed around one stamp set, but they can be used with the variety. They don't have to be used with the stamp sets I'm using. So I thought it would be good to show you how you can use what you have already with the products that I'm using. So the announcement came out today in my newsletter. If you didn't see it, pop over to Creations in Paper, and you will see at the top there's a link well, there's a bar and it'll have classes, events, I think is what it is. If you click on that and then you go down to the advanced class, you'll see it. If you don't think you're ready for the advanced class, because it does have 2 fancy folds, then you can look at the beginner plus. I use the same supplies, but the cards are easier. I do have a beginner's class, but I don't think anybody in here is a beginner. I think you guys are up to the, I guess beginner plus is what I call it. So you're not exactly a beginner, but you're a little bit further along. So check out my classes and join us. I do have an online piece and I do it with Zoom. So there is interaction. So you can see me do it. You can do it along with me. And if you have questions, you can ask. Not everybody does that. Their online classes, a lot of times they're PDFs. I do the Zoom because I want you to see me do it and be able to ask questions. I mean, I don't know about you, but I've looked at PDFs and go, well, wait a minute. What are they meaning there? And sometimes I have to go back and forth between the picture and the directions. Well, I figure with the Zoom, you do it with me. You can refer to your card where you put it together when you go to recreate it. So, all right. I have run my mouth enough. I'm going to take another sip. If you don't have your beverage of choice, grab it now. And let's get started. All right, put that over there out of the way. All right, I'm going to pull over my camera and make sure it's centered before I spotlight it. Okay, for today's card, I'm going to use Lovely You. I've been using this one a lot lately. I don't know why. I'm going to use this little image and then the Just Because. Now, this one's been around for a while, so I have a feeling it's going to retire. So if you want this, order it. All right. The colors that I found were Coastal Cabana, Melon Mambo, Pacific Point, and Pool Party. I chose to use Pool Party as my color. I gave you 2 choices. It was Pool Party and another one I don't remember. But anyway, oh, and I forgot to cut another piece. Well, we'll cut that afterwards. This is the paper that I'm using, and I'm going to grab a piece of scrap paper because I'm going to go off. And I'm going to use my Melon Mambo. All right. And my Coastal Cabana on this. So I'm going to open both of those up. And I have my flower. Now, I have to the side of me my Stampin' Scrub. Mine was old before they had the little markers in it, so I marked mine wet and dry. The reason I'm using my Stampin' Scrub and not water is I agree, Carol. I think it's going to be leaving also. All right. The reason I'm using my Stampin' Scrub is I use water on this. Well, in traveling around the internet the past couple of weeks, I've seen, and a lot of people have commented, that you need to condition your stamps every once in a while. And that's what the Stampin' Scrub does. I have not used Stampin' Scrub in over 2 years, I would say. So it's like, okay, I think it's time I pulled out my Stampin' Scrub and my Stampin' Mist and used that to, right, I'm going to stamp to kind of condition my stamps. So if you haven't done that in a while, I know they have this chamois and everything, but I think we need to condition them. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to use that's my Coastal Cabana. All right. And I'm going to go back to I can't go up too high. There we go. It's going to go off, but that's okay. Now I need my sentiments. Should I use Melon Mambo or Coastal Cabana? And then I need a layer behind here. So tell me what color to stamp my sentiment in, Melon Mambo or Coastal Cabana. And I'm going to move this to the side. And I will put my card base together and while you're commenting. Okay. I found a fun sketch. Oh, I got something on there that's sticking. And that's how I thought I could bring in my other two colors. So let me get my, right. Here is my Pacific Point, and here is my pool party. And then I'm going to put another strip like that. This was a sketch that I saw, so that's what I'm using. I'm going to start with the bottom one. Now these are longer than they need to be because it's going side to side, and I just figured it would be easier to cut off the one side. That's the reason why I didn't go all the way to the end, and this is not straight. So let me get this straight on here. All right, so there's that. My next one is my pool party. I'll be honest, I grabbed the wrong one. I had pulled out Balmy Blue. And I thought, well, this will be okay. It'll be nice. Well, then I realized, well, that's not pool party. And pool party was the color we were supposed to use. So I put it away and pulled out the pool party. So, all right. So I'm getting the colors in that I'm supposed to be using. All right. There's that. I don't know why that looks crooked. It's not, but it does. Must be my eyes. All right, now I got to cut this off, my pieces. Okay, so I've got those off. All right. Now I wanted to pull in, the sketch had a panel behind it. So I took a piece of the Coastal Cabana and my brick wall embossing folder, and I embossed it. Now I knew I would be using my paper this way. So when I put it in, I looked at it the way I wanted my bricks to go, and that's how I put my paper in. If it was going the other way, I would do it this way. So that's the only thing with this that you have to watch. All right, and I'm going to grab my tear and tape because it is embossed. Does everybody have some fun plans for today? I will be in my studio. I have some cards I need to get made for my blog this week. I'm trying to use up a lot of my retiring stuff. I won't retire. Everything I have that's retiring will not be used up. I will have some paper left over. So, but that's okay if I have some left. Some of it I save to make cards for the kids, and some of it I sell. I'm getting ready to post some old 12 by 12 pattern papers that I have. They're full sets, so I'm gonna post them and see if I can sell them and get them out of here. I did sell some stamp sets that I had. Got rid of those. Sold something else. Don't remember what it was, but I sold something else. All right, so this is going to go on here like so. All right, now this goes on like so. So I have to decide, do I want, I'm going to put this on here. I think it's got to be Melon Mambo, because if it's Coastal Cabana, it's going to look weird with the two Coastal Cabanas. I guess I decided for myself. But I still need to know about my sentiment. Yeah, I don't think, let me check. Here's the Pacific Point. That the pool party is too close. Ooh, I kind of like the Pacific Point, ladies. Which do you like? There's the Pacific Point. And here's the Melon Mambo. So which one should I use? Melon Mambo or Pacific Point? Let me know which one you think I should use so I can. Oh, Pacific Point. I agree. It really just kind of popped. All right, now this needs to be 2.5 by 3 3/4. So, all right, ladies, I love your choices. We're thinking along the same lines. Okay, here we go. We'll get this put together. What would you stamp the sentiment in? Would you stamp the sentiment? I wouldn't say pool party, it's too light, but I could do Melon Mambo, Coastal Cabana, or Pacific Point. I'll put this on there. And you can, while you think about it, oh, I left this on. There it comes. It's coming out slow. There. I didn't put the pin back in it when I was finished using it, so it's clogged. Let me see if I can unclog it. Let's see how that works now. Oh, yes, there it goes. All right, I'm going to put this down. So Carol says to stamp the sentiment in Pacific Point. Is that what everybody else thinks? So that's going to go on there, and I will use dimensionals. So I will cut some of those. I'll cut that all the way off. There, I've got my dimensionals. All right. And then I have some, oh, what might help is I am using, it's got a gem up in this corner. I'm going to put more than just one, and I'm going to use melon. So maybe that'll help. Stamp it with Pacific Point. No problem. Everybody agrees. All right, so I'm going to stamp my just because, and I'm going to pull in my scrap paper because I've got to check this out. Okay, I always have to make sure that I stamp it straight up and down and not crooked, which I have been known to do, but there's always a way to solve it. All right, I want to come down a little. A little crooked, but not bad. All right. Now, I'm going to go ahead and put this on my card. Now, if you want to add some bling to it, then instead of using the Melon Mambo like I am for the gem, use rhinestones. I couldn't think. I could see them. My mouth, my head was saying it, but my mouth wasn't. All right, let me get some of these cut. Right, there's one there. And there. All right. And I need one down here. All right. And I'm going to take off all of my backs. Okay. And I have to let you know, I had the opportunity to get a Hold on, I've got to get this straight. I think I'm going to put it there. I want more of that back piece to show. I had the opportunity to get the Take Your Pick tool. And I have noticed lately that the gems, when I tried to take it off with my pokey tool, it didn't do well. It was flopping all over the place. So I bought it, and I have to say I like it. Now, I'm going to show you a little tip. How many of you have this? It was for paper piercing and stitching. This was from a while, years ago. I have no idea. It had a little rubber mat with it, and there might have been something else. I don't remember. I use this to place my gems. If you use the larger piece, I'm going to take a large, and I'm going to put it right in there. All right. Then I'm going to take a small one, and I'm going to put it inside that one. And if you're really anal and you want it, I try to center it like so. That one's off just slightly, but I can't move it. And then you have the perfect placement for your gems. So check your stash and see if you have one of these. If not, make one. I mean, this is just a grid piece of plastic. You can make it out of cardstock and just punch your holes evenly spaced. So there. Isn't it? I love this thing. I use it so much, Carol. It is just so much fun. Well, there's the card. Carol loves it. She says it's so pretty. Well, thank you so much. I agree. I think it is. I love this. I'll be honest. I had no clue how this was going to turn out. I'm going to pull it up so you can see it a little bit better. Thanks, Janice. So this is an unusual. Now, if this wasn't a color challenge, what I would probably do would be, maybe I'd change the pool party to the Coastal Cabana and put it in there. Let me grab a piece of Coastal Cabana. That's if I can find a thin one to use to show you, even if it's not a full. I usually save my thinner pieces, but sometimes I get too many. All I have are really big ones. So let me kind of, let me cut this one. Just to give you an idea. This is a little bigger than that one. Let's see, you could easily change out one of those colors and have the, and just use 3 colors and it still matches. You know, so there's always a way to play with color and see how it works. And there's today's card. I love you guys helping me out on this, and I didn't go all the way down on those, but that's all right. I think it's still fine. And coming up with some fun ideas. I'll be honest with you, I haven't used my Stampin' Scrubs because I don't know. But I know I have to clean them, so I have to figure out a way to use it. I don't know. Oh, I know. Once you clean it, your ink is down in here. And I don't know if this one will do it. You can pop these out and run them through the dishwasher or under the sink. The problem if you run them through the dishwasher is they warp. Let me see if my other ones, I've only got 500 of these things around. No, these aren't warped. So You just have to be careful. Take it out before the drying cycle and it'll work. So, all right, I'm going to remove my spotlight and go back to me. All right. Okay. So I hope you enjoyed today's card. I hope it's inspired you to go to your craft room and to pull out some colors and play. Use some bright colors. I'm ready for bright colors. Winter, you know, fall and winter are the regals, and they're okay, but I like bright colors. They're just so much fun to play with. So pull out your bright colors and play today. And hey, Betty Ann, and have some fun with them. You can use any stamp set you have. I just go looking through my stamp sets and say, oh, I haven't played with this one in a while. So like I said, I've been trying to play with ones that I think are going to be going. I loved this one. I'll be honest, many of the sentiments in there I have not used. I have used just because. Let me see if I can see. I have not used the family one. What does that one say? Miles apart, but still in my heart. Trust me, you're lovely. You know, I haven't used those. Is there another one? What's that other one? That's a single. I used smile out of this a lot. Heartfelt, I've hardly used. So, I mean, I like the just because it can be used for any occasion. I use just because, hello, those kinds. So, all right, ladies, I'll be back next Saturday with another idea. If I put up a color, vote for it. Tell me what color to use. I don't mind choosing, but I would like for you guys to say, hey, I'd really like some, or send me a message even. I'd really like to see you do some color combos with this color and go from there. You guys have a great weekend. Enjoy your time. Spend it in your crafts rooms today since it's cloudy and not a good day to be outside. At least it's not freezing cold like it has been. And I will see you next Saturday. Bye.